Hey guys, welcome to another video. And I think so. I have been covering Nintendo Switch a lot in my recent videos, but I haven't been talking about one of my all-time favorite consoles, which was the PlayStation Vita. And it still is, by the way. I still play it till this day. So in this video, I just want to show you guys some of the games that I have, the physical copies. I believe I have only 2 or 3 games which I bought digitally, and rest of them they're all physical. So here we go. Let's go through all of them. So some of these games I haven't actually even opened. You can see the wrapping is still there. So this is one of my all-time favorites. Growing up, I was a huge fan of Street Fighter and fighting games in general. It's Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and it's an amazing game. This game, when it came, I believe it covered all the DLC. There are 55 playable characters. There are standard co-op and scramble battles, touchscreen controls, and all that. The game was amazing, and it came on multiple platforms. But this is one game that I'm excited to play whenever I get a chance. So when I got my PlayStation Vita, this was actually the reason. This was the flagship title that it came with. Everybody knew Uncharted back then. It was Uncharted 1 and 2, I believe, at that time when it came. When the PlayStation Vita arrived, and Uncharted Golden Abyss. It was not created by Naughty Dog. This was created by Ben Studio, and I believe they did an amazing job bringing a full-fledged experience of something like Uncharted or 5.5-inch screen. It was amazing. If you haven't played this game and you own a PlayStation Vita, you should be getting this one. This is an amazing game, and I really regard it as one of the most top titles. Next up, this was purely a personal choice. I've been a huge fan of Michael Jackson growing up, and I admired him as a musician, as a dancer, as a songwriter. I loved everything about his songs. The best thing about this one, it had the touch controls, and that's why it was not just rhythm based only. You had to physically follow the instruction and go through the controls on the screen, the button layout and everything. So it was a really, really nice game. And this one included a lot of his tracks. You have to draw, as it says, draw shapes on the PlayStation Vita system screen to dance along with the beat. And it had all the top songs from his musical career. So this was a must-have for me. This was Michael Jackson: The Experience. Next game, this I don't think so I can say much about this. If you're an RPG fan and if you haven't played, Final Fantasy, it's like you're never born. Final Fantasy is one of the top leading, if I would say, the most cherished RPG of all times. I started playing Final Fantasy when it came on the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. That was Final Fantasy VII. And after that, I was hooked. The 8, 9, and 10. This is the 10. And this one includes the X and X2. The game included a card which had the physical copy of Final Fantasy X, and the 10 or X2, you were able to download it digitally. This was an amazing game. I haven't played this, but going through the reviews of other professional reviewers, this game was top notch. Over 200 hours of gameplay, including the international version of the content that was never before released in North America. So if you were into Final Fantasy, if you're into RPGs, this is a must-have. Next game, Resistance: Burning Skies. This was the first game which came on the PlayStation Vita as a first-person shooter, and it was amazing at its time. It didn't get high reviews from the critics, but I believe it was a good game. Again, when you're talking about this game, you have to consider the fact that this is played on a small 5.5-inch screen. This is not a full console experience, so you have to be fair with the console that you're playing it on. This game included everything. It was 1v1. There was team deathmatch. And there was 8-player online multiplayer experience. It was a very, very good game. So I'm not sure if the online service, I believe it's no longer existing now, but it was a good game for its time. Next game was Mortal Kombat, and it had the option to play as Kratos. So I bought this game, and it was an amazing experience. I love Mortal Kombat. I told you I was a fighting game fan all throughout my gaming life, and Mortal Kombat is one of the top-rated games. So this game included everything from touch controls to fatalities to all the usual stuff that you expect from a Mortal Kombat game. And this game was just absolutely brilliant. Next game is, of course, no need to say much about this. Metal Gear Solid HD Collection. This one included the Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. So Sons of Liberty and Snake Eater, both games, and both of them, they were HD remasters. So this game was a must pick for me. I love the Metal Gear Solid franchise. I played all of them, all the games in the series, and this game, when it came to PlayStation Vita, this was a no-brainer. I had to pick it up. Next game is Rayman Legends. This game came on multiple platforms, and it was an awesome game. Ubisoft did a great job porting it over to the PlayStation Vita. If you're having a Vita, just go and pick it up. Minecraft. This game, as we know, came on every single console or handheld or a phone or even maybe Atari 2600. I don't know. So Minecraft is, of course, it needs no introduction. Build, craft, explore, on the move. So this was a full experience. I believe they tried to do a good job bringing it over to the PlayStation Vita. Some people said that it didn't have the full feature set, or it was lacking the texture details or something, but I believe they did a good job porting it over to the PlayStation Vita. So if you're a fan of Minecraft, just pick it up. Next game, of course, God of War Collection. I played the original God of War on the PlayStation 2. I never actually picked up God of War 2, and I never played it. So when this game was announced, I had to just pick it up. This was an amazing game. They did a brilliant job porting it over to the PlayStation Vita. And two epic games, two epic tales of conquest, destiny, and vengeance. So the God of War, the first one and the second one, Kratos, you cannot beat that. This game, I believe I got it as a gift from somebody, FIFA football. I think so. I never played it. I'm not a fan of football, so I don't know. Somebody gave it to me or I got it from someone. Okay, so these are all the games that I'm having. And I've been a huge fan of the PlayStation Vita. It was a shame that Sony stopped supporting this amazing console. It was never given a fair chance. And I would love to pick up more games for it if they do come. And the small body style and the quality of the hardware was amazing. It had the gyroscope and it had the touch screen, the front and back. It had everything to make it a success. But shame on Sony for giving up on this console so quickly. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Give this a thumbs up if you liked the video. Let me know if you want to see a game review or a gameplay of any of these games, and I will make sure I do that on my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe and you press the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I upload, which I'm doing quite frequently nowadays. Anyway, guys, peace out.
A few moments later.
I forgot some of the games that I was having on a different shelf, so consider this as part 2. So we have a couple of more games that I want to go through. Borderlands 2. Now this one, it includes the downloadable content packs. So this game, when it came to, I believe, PlayStation 3 and it came to Xbox 360, I never played it. And I just wanted to go through it, and because this was like the complete deal. It had everything, all the DLCs were covered in this game, and people have talked about this game very, very highly. So it must be good. If you want to pick it up, Borderlands 2, the complete edition. Next game, Killzone Mercenaries. Now this was, as I told you, when the Resistance Burning Skies came. At that time, it was the only first-person shooter that was in the market on the PlayStation Vita until Killzone Mercenary came, and this totally blew away the competition. The game was amazing. It had very good graphics, and everything about this game was appreciated. The online was great. The single player was amazing. The campaign, the storyline, everything was appreciated. It was really, really good. Next game, you can't be a fighting game fan without picking up, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. The series has been around for a long, long time, and this is part 3 of that franchise. And it had everything: crisp graphics, really good-looking characters, very fast-paced. Everything that you love about the series was integrated in this one. Play exciting games online, a huge roster featuring 50 playable characters, beautiful console-quality graphics, and PlayStation exclusive features such as replays and touchscreen controls. So, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Second last is Assassin's Creed Liberation. This is Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. I have been a fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I haven't played all of them, but I would say most of them. I have been a huge fan of the franchise. So when this version was announced on the PlayStation Vita, I just had to pick it up, guys. It was amazing. Freedom as at hand, and this is in this one you play as the female character. And I haven't played this game, but the reviews on this game were really good, and I believe it's worth your money. If you're a collector, if you're collecting, PlayStation Vita games, do check this one out. It's an amazing experience. And the last game in the series, of course, if you're having any kind of console and you're not having Call of Duty, then you're definitely missing something. I love first-person shooters, and this was, when it was announced, I was like, oh my god, Call of Duty on a PlayStation Vita, don't even think twice, This was the Black Ops declassified. Now, this was not, again, a very good game. It was not a very great game, but if you're a fan of the franchise and you like first-person shooters, this game had a lot of stuff in it. Engage in 4v4 multiplayer gameplay via Wi-Fi or franchise favorite modes. So this was, again, it was developed by Nihilistic Studios, and it had fairly, mixed sort of reviews. But for people who are, hardcore to the franchise, they loved it. For myself, I played through the game. I finished the story mode. I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. So I would say if you're a fan of Call of Duty, it's a thumbs up. You should go and pick it up. So this pretty much wraps up now the entire collection of PlayStation Vita physical games that I'm having. I believe I checked and I found just one single title I believe that I have bought online, which is the Walking Dead, and that was the complete season 1. That is the one that I bought from the PlayStation Store. Other than that, all the games that I'm having are physical. And yeah, that's it. So if you want to see, again, gameplay of any of these games, do let me know, and I'll try to play it for you guys as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.